间公主 HFP 3
Wang Yibo, the coolest drama in 2021. After watching it, it makes people breathe a sigh of relief. The last month of 2021 is here. On the first day of December 2021, a new drama was launched online. After the airing started, the plot quickly unfolded, and it sprang out like a high-speed train. It really makes the audience experience the feeling of running up and chasing the drama. You can catch up after running slow. As a suspense drama, the audience will naturally be able to guess the direction of the plot. But as soon as the camera turns, the clue person may receive the box lunch. In a blink of an eye, the high-speed rail became a roller coaster. If it ranks for dramas that have no urine points in recent years, this one should be on the list. Today I will discuss with you this drama and foreshadowing. Luoyang Chengnan City, the second son of the Minister of Industry is eating shabu here. Neiwei Wu Siyue protects the Princess Lilu from shopping here. The informants Lin Zhong, Lin Yan and his daughter, and the mysterious man who chased them ran on the street. 4 groups of people gathered here, and Gao Bingzhu was standing up high and watching all this. At this time, you will get on the train quickly, and this high-speed rail is about to open. After some scuffle, the informant father and daughter died on the street. The only killer who survived died in the cell of Dali Temple that night. The clues are gone. Have you guessed the result? Early the next morning, Gao Bingzhu heard that the survivor had died. Stand up and confess the homicide. The plot developed a new trend, phishing law enforcement. And this is just the first episode. This high-speed rail is really fast. While Gao Bingzhu was taken from Dali Temple to Neiwei Mansion, Traitors in Dali Temple couldn't bear it anymore. This is Gao Bingzhu's phishing, but unfortunately he hasn't asked anything yet. The rape was guilt, and he could only escape without escort. Neiwei Wu Siyue was ordered by the saint to investigate the case of the informant's father and daughter. Gao Bingzhu is the only clue left. Wu Siyue placed a wanted warrant on him. Lian's eldest son suffered misfortune in his early years. Only the second son, Li Hongyi, was around. He ordered Li Hongyi to marry Qin Yonglu as his wife, in case his son is left unattended in 100 years. This fast-paced plot that seems like you're chasing me is all foreshadowing behind it. On the day of his son's rejoicing, Lian was killed in the room. Gao Bingzhu, who was standing next to the corpse, added another life to his body. But Li Hongyi quickly cracked that he was not killing his father an enemy. Here I want to talk about Li Hongyi's 2 in 1 set. Li Hongyi is proficient in the art of 100 works, and is also a famous gourmet in Luoyang City. He is not familiar with human relationships, and he is often seen in the film. He is not a tyrant who has been confined to an ivory tower for a long time and is impenetrable, but a talented fool. Just like the silly ant next to Wang Liaoxi, her martial arts are superb, but she is indeed stupid. Normal people can understand the matter of ignorance of world affairs through study, but Li Hongyi will never learn. He just lacks this tendon. Only brilliant on the other hand. Lian gave Li Hongyi the wife Lu Qinyong. He is an important figure in the play. When the clues were in the inner palace, because of the company of Lu Qinyong, only Li Hongyi can easily enter. And Lu Qinyong himself is also a character. Lu Qinyang is the daughter of the family of Lu Jiaheng, and Li Hongyi is childhood sweetheart, but he does not marry. The Lu family, Beidai Jiaju, is a real big family. As a prostitute Lu Qinyong, the education she received from an early age is not comparable to that of ordinary people. The old grandmother was poisoned in knowledge. It was the eldest daughter, in-law Hai, who secretly sent the chalama in her dowry to send a letter to her husband, only to resolve the difficulties behind. The 4 daughters, Minglin, can wisely fight against a few old women in the family when they are in their teens, and regain control of the family. What the rich and the ladies learned from an early age is how to help their husbands and natal families eliminate obstacles and shine. The Lu family is just such a lady. After Lian's death, the Bailey clan really began to seize power. Li Hongyi doesn't understand what it means to be in charge. He didn't listen to a word of what his father said before his death. At this time, the Lu family, who had just married in for half a day, take off the high suit and do the funeral. Everything is in order. There are no uncles and elders who make trouble. The slackness of the domestic servants is also left to nothing. When Wu Siyue saw Lu Qinyang doing housework in person, they all marveled at why this wealthy lady is like this. But when the saint checked Bailey's assets, Lu Qinyong stepped forward to take the order. The head of the family's daughter, in-law, Bailey Yu's order for her husband, came to Dasheng to hear. Directly help the husband decide the identity of the family. Lao Jia has no regrets. This sentence is Li Hongyi once the head of the family is born. If this daughter, in-law, does not marry, Bailey Hongyi will not even be able to protect herself. Not to mention avenging his father. Lu Qinyong understands people's feelings and knows how to adapt, and compliments Bailey Hongyi in the play. Can be seen as a person. With the Lu family, Bailey Hongyi is complete, and handling cases is not stuck. Gao Bingzhu was led to the dock and killed the masked man thinking that he had avenged him. It turns out that he chased for so long, it was to avenge the evil brothers who died tragically on the side of the road 5 years ago to save others. After Wu Siyue learned about Gao Bingzhu's past, she trusted him. These seemingly useless plots are full of foreshadowing. The three found that everyone found the same thing, so they decided to join forces in order not to interfere with each other. From single player combat to team combat. At this time the story has gradually become clear. The private hatred of Gao Bingzhu and Bailey Hongyi. He and Wu Siyue are the same group in tracing the informant case. Everything points to the sage's great taboo of the spring and autumn road, and the word treason is ready to come out. The plot development seems to be guessable again. But what is unpredictable is that at this time everyone showed their whole cards and started playing. The princess held a birthday banquet, and Gao Bingzhu took the opportunity to sneak into the Lu family's mansion to find clues. Bailey Hongyi and Wu Siyue blatantly prevented Lu Xiang from returning home at the banquet. The ghosts can see what they are fighting, but they have to play with it in this way. The protagonist of the intelligence organization Yanfeng, Zichu, took off his mask to reveal his identity, the king of Dongchuan. Both the enemy and the enemy know what they are doing. The fighting method of who is really exciting. The degree of beauty has been upgraded again. In addition, the filming technique of this drama is also very interesting. The angle of view of many lenses is not for a good looking picture. It is looking at it with a pair of eyes. The camera is like a spectator, sometimes sitting next to the protagonist. Sometimes I stand in the scene and watch. There is no perspective that makes people feel cryptic, only experience the feeling of being on the spot. The audience seem to follow the protagonist into one scene after another. This drama is The Wind Rises Luoyang, a suspense drama that is as enjoyable as drinking ice cola. I couldn't stop watching it. The director of Wind from Luoyang is Li Zi, and there are not many works yet. Before becoming a director, he worked as a photographer for directors such as Feng Zhougang and Zhang Yimou. Not long ago, his other drama Jun Jiling accidentally triggered the topic of ugly men in costumes. The way the male protagonist appeared in the play aroused public debate. It is said that Jin Han played a very handsome man. It is hard to imagine that Jun Jiling and Feng Luoyang were shot by the same director. The young man next to Jin Han also looked very familiar. Played Bai Long in The Wind Rises Luoyang. The actor was originally named Jing Long. There was a comedy work that made many people remember the name Jing Long. It seems that director Li Zi likes to work with him very much.